G'day guys, Steve with Broken Sprocket. In this video I'm at my brother's property and we're testing out the KTM 350 and the RMX450Z side by side. Also in this video, my eldest son Zack has upgraded to the RMZ 250, so that's his full-time bike now, so there's a bit of that at the end of the video. So let's get started.
This is steep. There's actually no track, as you can see. Fence. Go up there, Dean. Oh, probably crapping him out. I'll have a crack on that. I want to see what it's like. Oh, this thing's a freaking tank. This is the same bike as my old one, RMX450Z. Oh man, this is heavy. You notice it straight up. You always worry when you buy a new bike if you're actually buying the right bike. I think I've bought the right bike. Still tractoring on. She's just a heavy pig.
Oh, what's this? Looks like it's one for the RMX, 0 for the KTM. Okay, the big RMX, I just find the big 450s, all 450s for me, are just too much bike for me. They always seem to push me around and boss me around, and I'm constantly overcorrecting it as they just want to go in their own direction. I also find that the RMX is quite a heavy bike compared to the KTM 350, and typical 450 problems, they are quite easy to flame out, as I flame out just here. When I first bought the RMX, I was constantly flaming out, but I did become kind of used to it after a while and sort of figured that out much more. But the 450s, you'll always see that I'm always overcorrecting the steering as they just want to push me around. And this takes a lot of energy out of you after a long ride. So the smaller bikes for me seem to work much better. When I'm on the KTM, I can sort of point it in the direction I want to go and it will go in that direction, which is a great advantage and will take a lot less energy out of you. And the actual weight of the KTM is just so flickable compared to the RMX. The RMX just is a too big a bike. It's got too much power. It pushes me around. You come around this corner here and you watch it sort of wants to go its own direction. I'm not stable on it as I'm constantly overcorrecting it, as it just overpowers you. That's the main thing that I find with 450s and the RMX. You see here, it's sort of pulling me out. I'm correcting it again, coming back good. Whereas when I go through that in the KTM, I point it in the direction I want and it just goes in that direction. RPM, the weight of the bike is just so much more easy to manage, and the power delivery is much more easy to manage. I'm not overcorrecting the bike, and I've probably actually got more speed, even though I'm not used to riding this bike yet. It's just so much easier, and it sort of goes where I want it to go. It's not overpowering me or bullying me or pushing me around. I'm not constantly fighting against the bike. When I turn corners like this one up here against the log, the RMX sort of throws me to one side, whereas this one just sort of flicked in, went straight away, and I was back stable straight away. Same with this corner, I just sort of turn the corner, ease the power on, and I'm going without having to fight back or push me around. It just goes where I want it to go.
Jeez, that steep thing. That's how steep it is. Look at that rock go. It's pretty steep. This is seriously steep, this thing. Oh man. Oh. That was drop it or go over the handlebars then. Always drop it right where the biggest rocks are. It's coming down, I was either drop it or go over the bars. Far out. Just trying to climb up out of this, then get the front wheel over that small log, continue on up there. It's proving difficult. Okay, this is what we're dealing with. I came down this way here into the creek first off, and then climbed the embankment up there. I've come around here, I've almost gone over the handlebars over there. The bike's up there, I've stalled it trying to get up a little log. I'm going to try and come through, come down into this section, and then climb up that hill there. It's a nasty little spot this, but it looks like it's going to be good fun in here. Okay, things I'm noticing straight away from this to my old RMX. This is so much lighter, and the track durability is so much better once I get used to the bike. Also, I've trimmed the clutch down a little bit. Now, why I've done that, so I can just use 2 fingers and it misses my other 2 fingers that are on the bar. This clutch is very light, so I don't really need a big thing there. Yes, I know the ball's there to stop you being stabbed, but it does have wraparound hand guards, so you're not going to be stabbed. And these guards have also been dropped a few times now, and surprisingly they're holding up as soon as they've whacked some big rocks. Alright, I'm going to try and climb this little log. It's not big, but I'm going onto a rock and then off a camber. I don't want to slip down into there. So we'll see how we go. I'm onto that rock. Just. So I didn't fall down into the creek. I'm going to try and climb up this. Whee! That threw me offline a bit. Got to go that way, I'm facing the wrong direction. Whew. Far out, this thing climbed so much better than the RMX.
Zack is now the proud owner of the 2015 Suzuki RMZ 250. It's a big upgrade from his old bike.
Okay, we're at my brother's house and he's made a little track here on his property. I'm just making a little single track for Zack to practice on. He doesn't really do any single track at all, so we come up in here through this wombat hole and then we climb this rock. But he's having a lot of troubles on the Suzuki because he's upgraded now from the 85 to the 250. So he's been coming this way and still having trouble. So now he wants to have a crack on my KTM to see if that makes life a little bit easier. Slow control was there, which isn't too bad. Oh, that was better. Oh, he's got that slow control in that corner good. And then there's that little incline. Alright, I've got Zack practicing some single trail here. He's on the RMZ 250. He's getting a little bit too big for the 85, but he's still a little bit too small for the 250. But practicing this tight stuff is awesome for him. Having a crack on the KTM. He reckons he likes it better than the RMZ now. Now that I'm riding this RMZ, I like it better too. Bloody hell, Zack. There's wire. What? Turn it off.
What is it?
Wire.
Oh.
Look. Wires suck all the way around it.
Watch this video next, or go to the Broken Sprocket video library and choose another top video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. After all, it's for free and guaranteed to make your day 20% better. If you're already a subscriber and you're having a bad day, just think it could have been 20% worse. You can also follow Broken Sprocket on Instagram. So, I'll see you in the next video.